All right, so here we go. All right, so most of you guys know that Kelly had a 1 hour Facebook party template, and I put it in our Trello board. So I'm gonna, well, maybe I won't pull that up right away because, all right, let me get this down here. Well, let me just show you it first. So this is the 1 hour template. What's cool is that, you can just go right by the template, use all the pictures. You can use the wording if you would like, or you can, switch it up to kind of make it your own. But I've been doing a lot of Facebook parties lately. It's just kind of been working with my lifestyle right now. And I kind of feel like maybe even for the summertime, I'll probably be doing more of these than anything because I feel like a lot of people are away, but they don't mind hosting a party as long as they have their phone. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people don't mind. They might say like, yeah, I'm going to be away, but I might be available at that time. So I think they're good for this time of year. The most important thing is though, which I found is coaching your hostess. Like that is like huge, huge. I had one girl who I was like telling her everything what to do, but she clearly didn't do any of it. And that makes, your sales not as good as other ones. But I was trying to explain that to her, but we can only do so much. So if you guys have all probably have seen this, right? This is like our hostess checklist. So what I do for my hostess is I tell them, listen, I'm going to set up, I was doing events for a while, but which is great because they get a notification that the event is going to take place. But the only thing is when you do an event and they respond no to the RSVP, then they can't go back to look at the event. So once the event gets started, they can't go back into that group to see it. And I found that was a huge problem because some people couldn't make it that night and they said, oh, well, can we just add them in the next day? And I'm like, oh, no, you can't. So that was kind of a little bit of a buzzkill. So that's why I did the groups instead. And I've had better success with that. But you guys can, try it out and figure out which one's going to be best for you guys and see what works for you. But like I kind of already did my own testing and I think I'm going to stick with the groups. And I'm going to stick with the groups also because you can schedule your posts. Now there are like different things that like different websites that you can schedule, but I think you have to pay for those. But if you do a Facebook group, you can actually schedule all your posts in the group. So you don't have to pay anything extra. That was another reason why I liked the groups. So like with the hostess coaching checklist, this thing is just amazing. So I tell the hostess, I am going to set up the event. You need to invite your friends, but you have to treat this as if it is a like home party. So don't go and invite like your whole friends list, right? Don't invite 100 people. Just invite the people that you would have to your house. So some people said, well, I'm going to invite like 50 people. And I'm like, well, would you have all 50 of these people at your house? Like, is that like, that's kind of a lot, right? That's not like a really intimate party. And what I have found is that I broke it down into like little sections. So there was one Facebook party that I ran. It only had 8 people in it, but it was my 8 girlfriends from home. And you can see who's a member and who's not, right? So they all saw who was in it. Now their comfortability level was like sky high because they, not that you act differently, but like, when you feel like super comfortable in a situation and, you have those little inside jokes going, like, we were totally ragging on each other like the whole entire time in the comments, but everybody felt really comfortable to comment, engage, and like, and make fun of each other if they wanted to. So I even tell my hostess, if you want to have like a big party like that, why don't we just have a couple of them? And we can just run a couple of them. And I kind of explained that to them, like how I had like my friends from home, my friends from Franklin, my neighbors, And I just had small little groups. And I found that that works way better than if you have like 30 or 40 or 50 people in one group, because then there's nothing really special about it. And I think a lot of people are just getting added into these groups, and then they're just not paying attention anymore. So it's just really important that we kind of treat it as if it was like a home party. So this was like a great script that Kelly had. So she even said, oh, does somebody have a question?
Thank you.
Anyone? Nope. Okay, sorry. So like she had and this actually worked for me. I gave it, and I just used the Facebook Messenger, and I texted the hostess, and I told her, I usually say between 15 and 30. No, actually it's less. 15 to 25, I think is what I say, because the girl invited 28. And I was like, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal, girl. But I tell them either text, email, or Facebook message every person that you're inviting to this group. I said you can either invite them into the group and message them, or message them first and then invite them. But do one or the other. And it can be the same message, just copy and paste it, but make sure you change the name. But this is the one that Kelly said. It just says, hey girl, I just added you to my online nail party Facebook group because I'm hosting a party there tomorrow night and would love for you to join. Feel free to leave the group if you aren't interested, but these Color Street nail strips are inexpensive and amazing, and there will be games and giveaways. It's online from 8 to 9. She's Mountain Time tomorrow night. Hope to see you there. And then the Facebook link right there. I like this, and I like the 1 hour template because I feel like people just don't have time anymore. Everybody's just so busy, right? You know, some people are like, I can't have anybody at my house. My house is a mess. I'm too busy. I'm running in. I'm running out. So a Facebook party sometimes is the right fit for somebody. And I just feel like an hour is like just more than enough. So I have them message every single person that they're inviting to the party. And the reason being is because you're just going to have, more engagement in that party. If you make it a little bit more personal, then people are definitely going to engage more. So I give them that little script, and I always say to them, you don't have to use this script, but feel free to use it or tweak it to make it your own. And it's done pretty well. What is that? What is that? Do you guys see that like red line? I don't know how that got there. Sorry. So the second thing that I do is I make a group so I make the Facebook group, and then I go into the Color Street back office, and I make an event for her in the Color Street back office. And I do use the tiny URL because I like to go into there and say like her name when I make her link so that people can see it, and it's a little bit more personal. I also give the hostess a free set, and I usually ship that to them or drop it off their house. And so a couple of people don't like to be, not a couple of people, a lot of people don't like to be on video. So most of them will take like a picture of the nail set. They'll take a picture of the nail set with their hands done. And I usually try to get it to them like at least a few days before, if not longer, because I want them to post their nails being done. And then I want them to post, day 3, day 5, day 7, or something like that. You know what I mean? So that way people can kind of see the progression, and they want to see it from the person who's hosting it. It doesn't matter if I'm showing it. They want to see because they know, like, and trust this person who has invited them in to this party and into this group. So, I want her to show. I've only had one person who did actually an amazing live video of just explaining the product. She was on there for like 5 minutes. It was crazy. Obviously she felt very comfortable being on video. So when you make your Facebook group, you'll make the hostess the administrator so that she can add people into the group. So I like to have her, like, I do a welcome message, but I also like to have the hostess do one as well to kind of give it her own like little flair, I guess you could kind of say. Then I like to tell the hostess, hey, you need to be in this group. You need to be commenting. You should be tagging your friends. So with the different posts that we do, I'll say like, hey, tag your friend and maybe say like, you know, whatever nail strips, I don't know, what's Bon Voyage or whatever it's called. Say, hey, you know, you're going on a cruise. This is going to look like, don't you think this would look awesome, Michelle? Or so-and-so is going to the Caribbean. Wouldn't these seashells look great at the beach? Or, you know, you're going to a wedding. Like, you know, these French are going to look awesome on you. So, like, pull people into the Facebook party by tagging them and making it a little bit more personal. And your host should be doing that, not you, because it keeps that personal relationship going. So I always say stay engaged at all times. This is a good one too, like to touch base, to reach out to your friends who haven't RSVP'd, or maybe like the people, when you add the people in and you do the script but you haven't heard anything, to make sure that you reach out to them within 24 hours. What I like to do too is I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. When it's the roll call post, I always tell my hostess, when you get to that, when that roll call post pops up, I want you in the first comment to tag all of the people that you invited into this group. So then they all know that, okay, party is tonight, right? So it's just kind of like another reminder. Post a photo, post the nail feast, absolutely. Send reminders. I don't think we really need to arrive early because it's on our phone. Keeping track of people, be available. So like when somebody comments, you want to make sure, yeah, absolutely. Sorry. What was I saying? So let me see. I just got distracted in that one little minute. Oh, be available. Yes. Make sure that like when somebody comments that like I should be available and the hostess should be available, right? So she should be liking and we both should be commenting like right away, right? If somebody makes a comment, I'm going to like it and I'm going to, you know, write something in the comments just so that they know that, hey, there is somebody here. So that's the hostess checklist. Let me see, how do I get out of it? I don't want to do that. Let me get out of here. And I'll make sure that's in our Trello board, but I'll double check. A couple of things that I like to do, I'm going to share with you guys. So this right here, like it's going to be something on my computer. This right here is what I do for like the header of the group, so that when people go on, every time they go on, like let's see, like every time I go on to Facebook, if I go into a group, so I'll go into Nail Republic. So like when I go into Nail Republic, see how that's like the header? So this picture here where it says Cullen Street, it's a constant reminder. So every time they go on, they're going to see, oh yeah, that's right. It's Thursday at 7:30. I just kind of feel like it's a good reminder for people when they pop on that they actually see the date and the time. The other awesome thing is before the party gets started, I'll tell people, hey, put on notifications. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. So there's a 3-step process. And I'll post these because I'm not quite sure if these are on, I don't know if they're on the template or not. Let me just double check. Sorry if I'm making you sick. No, they're not. So maybe I can either add them in here or I'll add them into like our Facebook groups. But I feel like it's really, really important to have people know, like, you need to turn on notifications for the Facebook group. So that way that they know that when, you know, I posted something, there's going to be a notification that pops up or a dings on their phone. And I want to make sure that everybody knows how to do that. So I put a post in, okay guys, you know, make sure you put on your notifications. And maybe you can give away like I'm going to give away 2 accent nails for every person who puts on notifications. And once you put the notifications on, just take a screenshot and put it in the comments below. So all you do is you go to this little arrow here, and then, let's see, you go to this, all 4 of these are going to pop up. You're going to go to edit notifications. And then you're going to click the check mark here, all posts. So what I have people do is just screenshot this and post it in the comments. That way I know that they did it. And I think too, it's good to maybe like, that's kind of like one of the first posts, or like the second or third post that I do, because I want to make sure that they're on it and they're going to get those notifications right away. This other one is one of the posts that I like to do. Let me move it over so you don't see that little line. Just my party instructions, just so that people know, okay, this is how the Facebook party is going to run. So the most active post is the pinned post, and that's going to be at the top of the event. If you get lost, refresh your browser and go to the top of the event. Like each new post so I know you see it. To engage on any activity, comment directly on that thread. So if somebody has a question and it's like the wish list and it has like all the different nail strips in it, and they're like, hey, is all these nail strips in stock? And I can say, yes, they are. Or they might have like a post that says like, about maybe how the pricing. And so I want them to post on that particular one because it's an hour Facebook party. Posts are going out every 5 minutes. So it's very quick and fast. So I want them to engage on I don't want them to engage on something that has no relationship to that post. And, I think some people just get a little crazy and they just start posting stuff. So I like to post this little party instructions. So I don't know if you guys have done this 1 hour Facebook template, but it's like genius. And I absolutely love it. And this is the one that I've been sticking with. I've done 10-day parties, 7-day parties, 5-day parties, 2-day parties. And now I'm at the 1 hour Facebook one. And I just found this girl who does the 30-minute one. I'll show you who it is. I didn't even get through the whole video, but I was like, this is very intriguing to me. And I think it could be for other people as well. But this 1 hour Facebook template was amazing. I loved it. It's right in our Trello board. I do like the day before, I did do the early bird special, and you guys can decide whatever you want to offer is what you offer. It's your business, right? So Kelly offered like 5 of these accent nails. Some of the girl that I know said 3. So what I said was so my party started on Thursday night at 8 p.m. I start posting a little bit on Wednesday, just kind of like introducing myself and a little bit about the product. I posted like a 30-second video of how to apply these, and I posted the wish list, and I think that's about it. And then at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, I said, early bird special. If you go on and do the buy 3, get 1 free, I will add, and I call them accent nails, I will add 4 accent nails to your purchase. I had one party that 1 person did it, and I had one party that 3 people did it. So I was getting sales before the party even started. And then there was one that I didn't get any. But I kind of felt like, well, this could be worth it. Like, why not just throw it out there and see what happens, right? I mean, the only bad thing is that you don't get any sales, but who cares? The party hasn't started yet anyways. So with my Facebook parties, now you don't have to do this, but I found that it's working. So I want to share it with you guys. So my party started on Thursday night at 8 p.m. I did the early bird special on Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, I kind of showed them. I had like a little picture of like these accent nails kind of spread out. And I just kind of said, hey, you're wondering what these accent nails look like? Here they are. And then I had a couple of pictures of like people having like solids and 1 accent nail there, so that they kind of knew like, oh, well, actually that might actually be kind of cool if I had that glitter and I could put it on my ring fingers. And And then on that Thursday night, I went on live and I introduced myself. I told them a little bit about Color Street. I just said, it's an amazing product. The business just launched. They're 100% nail polish strips. We're going to start this party off. And I kind of go on a little bit about the product, how the company started. And then I say, I'm going to start to put some graphics out there. Please let me know if you have any questions, put them in the comments. And I'm going to come back in about 25 minutes and I am going to apply these nail strips on live. And I say to them, look at my nails now. These have been on for such and such amount of days. And I get up close. I'll be like, look at this, and look at this, look at this. And I usually have my toes done as well. I show my toes, even though I don't want to. I show my toes, and I show my hands. And then I say, all right, guys, while you're watching all the graphics go, I'm going to take this off with regular nail polish remover and come back in about 25 minutes, and I'm going to show you guys how to apply them. So then I see like all the graphics start to go, and then so all the graphics will start going. I'll take my nail polish off, and then I come back on and I'll show them my nails and say, okay guys, so like my nails are all prepped, they're ready to go, and I undo the package and I kind of explain the whole entire process. Just with like the alcohol pad, I file off my nails, and then I take like each strip off and I show them how like I place it down, I find out which finger fits which nail, and I place it down and I have them look at it, and then I kind of put it up, and then I start like talking about the product. So as I'm doing my nails live, I'm talking about like how there's no dry time, that I've done them on the plane before, that, I love doing them with just other people because it's like something to do like while you're chatting with them. And I just talk a lot about the product during that time. And I've noticed that once I stop that live, I actually still have like another 20 minutes of posts going out, and like everybody's like, where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? I just feel like going live and showing them how to apply it is just amazing. It just sells it. It's like almost being like in person, you know what I mean? And some of you guys aren't used to doing that. What I should tell you guys is you can make like a mock group in Facebook. Like create a group and have, all you need is one other person in there. So I don't know, if you have a husband that doesn't care, put him in the group and just start hitting live and start going on there on live and start practicing. And it'll be kind of funny because you could just keep that group going, and you could just see like, you could go back and take a look and be like, all right, well, wait a minute. All right, well, I screwed up there. That didn't sound good. Okay. And then you could watch yourself progress. Because, I mean, you do. You just get used to it and you get to feel a little bit more comfortable. But someone gave me that little trick when I started, and I was like, I don't want to go live. I'm too scared. And, I'm going to screw up and all that kind of stuff. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And I don't expect everybody to feel comfortable doing that. You can always just make a video and then send it. And I think what I'm going to try to do is start making videos for my hostess and start sending them videos. So because there's a lot of people now that I'm connecting with that like aren't just my friends and my family anymore. Those my network is starting to grow. So some of these people that I'm doing these Facebook parties, like I don't know who they are. Like I know them a little bit, but like I don't have that relationship bond. And I kind of feel like once you do a video, because they might not feel that comfortable being on video, but like if I show my face and my personality and say to them, okay, this is your hostess coaching, this is what you're going to do. And I could just make that video and just have that. So whenever I have a hostess coming, I can just send them the video. And I just kind of feel like it shows your personality, I can see my hands like going crazy. All right, guys. So I think that's it. This template is great. This is the one that I've kind of been sticking with, and you can just, I believe it's right up here. Yes, all the photos can be downloaded here. So you just click that link, and I think it's like is it Google? I can't remember. So Dropbox. So I'll see how they're all going to come in here. I've got Dropbox galore, guys. So, but the templates will just go right into a Dropbox, and then you can get them. See how, can you see my computer? You can download these right to your computer, and then I use like the Notes app. Like you can use the Notes app. Look at this. So like this is for like our new stylist training. I have all my posts ready to go. So they're all there, ready to go. See how I just like number them? And they're just right on my computer. So I can just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. And then you guys know too, right? Like, oh, that's that training. Okay, let me go in here. So here's the new stylist training, right? So I went in yesterday. I got rid of everything. I just deleted everything because I feel like, I mean, this is a whole other topic, but I deleted all the posts. And yesterday I had some time and I said, okay, I have them. I have all the posts in my little section here in my notes, right? So this is what you can do for, this is what I do for my parties as well. You just go right into the discussion here. So I can go like this, guys. Look, whoop, sorry. So I go here, I come up here, I hit copy, paste, click down here, schedule your post. I can schedule them for whenever they want to go out. See how it is there? I'm going to cancel it because this one has already gone out. And then if you come down here, see how it says 17 scheduled posts. All right, I scheduled 17 posts. I want to leave. So here are all the posts that are going to go out in the next 2 weeks. Okay, I scheduled them all. Okay, it's being smart. Like I don't have, every day is different for me, right? So like tomorrow I'm going to be at the hospital for 14 and a half hours. There's no, like, I can't remember that I need to be in the new stylist training, Nail Republic, my VIP group, if I'm running a party, you know what I mean? Like, so what I do is I schedule my time. So I say, okay, I've got 2 nail bar parties and I've got the new stylist training going. So what does my week look like? Okay, so on Sunday, I need 2 hours and I'm going to schedule everything out. So that way, when this stuff is going, all I have to do during the day is get on my phone and say, okay, what's going on? Who's interacting? Who do I need to get in touch with? But I already know that this stuff is going to go. And if I'm running a Facebook party, all the posts are going to go right up on time. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope I gave you a couple little tips and tricks. All right, so we got 10 more minutes left. So why don't I open it up? I'm going to stop. And then who has questions? Lynn, I'm going to unmute you. Okay, there you go.
How can we share the videos about the compensation plan, all the videos that were done in the 3-day training, or can we not share those?
So unfortunately, because those were all live videos in a group, unless that person is in the group, they're not going to see it. So like I posted one of the compensation plans like in my Nail Boss question and answer group, and somebody was like, I can't see it. And I'm like, oh, that's right, because it was in a group.
That's
so
right.
That was the one thing that we were bummed about when we decided to put that whole workshop together. We were like, oh man, our videos, we're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I have a suggestion.
Yeah, yes.
I've done this before. So this is what you do. You play the video and you record it with another.
Yes, bootleg.
There's always a workaround, my dear. Always a workaround.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. And you know what? We could do that. I did that for one thing like 6 months ago, whatever it was. I did that. But you know what? I didn't think about doing it for this one. I wonder too, like I have a pretty big screen. I'm wondering, can I use like QuickTime?
Yeah.
Probably. That might be a good idea because those were some really good videos in there.
Yeah.
It definitely the compensation plan. Lindsay is so thorough.
Yep. And one girl, there was a young mom, I don't remember if it was this training or another one, where the first time Kelly did it and things weren't showing up and it was all complicated. And then
Oh,
they figured out, and it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago,
yes.
they put it all together, and there was some really good, like, young moms who are, working and then realizing, hey, this is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, these would be perfect for like my daughters-in-law and younger people anybody to listen to.
Right. That's a good idea. I'm going to see if I can quick time it.
Okay.
I like that idea. Thanks for reminding me. Awesome. Anyone else? Anyone else have any questions at all?
I got a French music question.
You have a French on?
Well, I was a nail tech for 15 years, and I did the French this afternoon,
Oh,
and I didn't have as good of luck with it as I had hoped. It was a little tricky, I felt, to apply. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm loving the glitters.
Yes.
Big fan of the glitters.
Mm-hmm.
I tried doing the solid the other day, and they were definitely harder to apply.
I agree with you. I feel like they're like flimsier,
Yes.
like they're like more wet or something.
They're thinner. They feel like they're thinner, and then they tear easier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to nails, so I just don't want my customers to have a bad experience. So I'm kind of telling people, start with the glitters. Get a set of the glitters, or if you do the the solids. Give yourself permission to screw up a few. So.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, Caroline, I'm gonna unmute you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So one thing I'm struggling with a little bit, and I think some of it is it's just sort of practice, but I'm struggling with the ask of people to do like a Facebook Live or whatever. And the few people I've been brave enough to ask have kind of turned me down flat. So that's got me a little bit nervous. So do you have any advice?
So like for me, obviously like I asked some of like, close friends and family to do some for me. And then the people who love the product.
Yeah.
Like my neighbor, she was buying a lot and I said, Tab, come on. I'm like, you should really do a Facebook party and get some, free nail strips. I'm like, I think people are afraid of it. Were there Facebook parties that you asked them to do, or was it in-person parties?
I always offer in-person or Facebook. I haven't. So unless people seem interested, I mean, when I first started, I did ask a few people and those people did them.
Yeah.
And so now it's maybe people who aren't as close to me. I had 2 really great months to start, and I really want to finish off this 3rd month really well.
Right.
So yeah. So I'm just feeling a little bit, things are going well, but I just want to get over that hump. And I think some of it is definitely my confidence. I think when you don't feel confident with the ask, sometimes then it shows, and that kind of makes it. I don't know.
I think you're right. Like, I think if you're kind of like, oh, like, do you mind like doing that party for me? People are like, no, not really. I think you have to like really be like, oh my God, you really need to do a Facebook party because you're going to get a ton of sales. The product is amazing. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to play a little, like some fun games, and, everybody's always having a good time in there. I think like you have to like play it up like it's just a fun, like girls' night out.
Right.
It's a fun girls' night out. Like all your friends can kind of come in and hang, and they'll all be one little group. And I think you kind of have to build it up. Like that's how I kind of like tell like my hostess, like when I'm going to ask somebody, it's almost like I needed like an energy drink before I do it. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, Margaret, come on. You can do it. You can ask them, because it's scary for us to even ask.
Right.
So I think if you just like build up the confidence and just kind of say, I think you're going to have an amazing time. Your friends are going to love it. What's so cool is it's just online with your phone, but some of this stuff has been hysterical and so funny. And people have done like an amazing bonding experience on their phone or like over social media. You know what I mean? Like it almost kind of like twist it like a little bit. And maybe too, like maybe we could like all come up with things that we're saying, like invites. Like, what did you say for an invite? What did you say? What did you say? And that might like kind of give us some ideas too.
Can I suggest?
Yeah.
So I went into the vet 2 weeks ago to buy cat food, and somebody commented on my nails, and there's like 5 women in there, and I had already put a set on a sample on somebody, and the girl behind the desk said, "Oh my gosh, I know so many people that would love this."
Mhm.
So I just went right into like, then you need to have a nail bar. You need to. I didn't even ask her. I told her, you need to have a nail bar. You'll get free stuff. I'll set up a link. It's super simple. I'll set up a Facebook, a link. I'll set up a group on Facebook for you. I'll send you the link. You just, tell your friends about it.
Mhm.
And that was it. And it's the first time I've ever done this. So I'm kind of like making it up as I go along. And I'll be honest with you, we were going to end it today. And she was like all excited a couple days ago. And then it was complete crickets, ignoring my text messages all weekend. And I'm thinking to myself, either she's dead or kids in the hospital, or she's blowing me off. And this is going to be awkward if I have to go in to buy more cat food. So
Yeah.
I texted her this morning, and I texted her yesterday and said, haven't heard back, replied back.
Mhm.
Hope you're okay. Just want to make sure you're getting my texts. Let me know if you'd like to continue the party for another week or close it out, whatever. And this morning she texted me and she said, "I'm so sorry, I'm busy with Father's Day. I did get your texts and I feel uncomfortable pushing this on my friends." And she said, "But I did sit down with them this morning, and they all said they're going to order. I hope they'll order today." So I said, "You know what? Marry the process, divorce the results. It's a great product, great price. You're saving them time, saving them money. Just share it with them and don't be attached to whether they buy it or not. It's meant to be fun." And
Yeah.
she's like, "You're awesome. Thank you so much. Let's continue it for another week."
Awesome.
We'll see
that's
what happens.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This might end, it might shut us off because we have less than a minute. But thank you, Lynn, because yeah, you're right. Just like make it light, fun. You're not pushing it on people, you're sharing it. You're
Yep.
sharing an amazing product.
It's a mindset. It's a total mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
My roommate at convention, so I'll have her all straightened out by the time she leaves.
I can't wait to
Confidence.
go.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go. It's going to be so fun. But like, yeah, we should definitely have like a little, maybe I'll make like I don't know, like a little graphic and just kind of say, hey, how do you invite to a Facebook? How do you invite to a party? And maybe people can just comment, and that way we can just get it up on like our team page and we can all just share.
That would be fun. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else? I think it's going to cut us off. Thank you, everybody. Who's
Thank
got
you.
one on their nails? I still have this one. Oh, is that Capitol Hill?
Oh, is that Shangri-La?
Pretty in Helsinki.
Love it.
Yeah.
I
They're discontinuing it. It's a pretty color.
I know.
I bought 3 of those because I loved it.
I think I bought 6 the last time I ordered because I don't want to run out.
I tried to order it the other day and it wouldn't put it in the cart.